This guy looks like a Teletubby who gets the munchies without ever smoking a gram of Mary Jane. For some reason that was the one that really hit home for me. I don't know if it was being compared to a Teletubby, or if it was the fact that I really smoke every day. But something got to me. I forced a smile through gritted teeth. As I sat there and took my beating like a docile good pork roll, my girlfriend turned to me again. I could feel her examining my face. This made tears that weren't there before suddenly start welling up in my eyes. She took her hand off of mine and crossed her arms. I didn't want to turn my head to look at her. I didn't want this guy to know that he was really affecting me. I stayed locked on the stage, but I could see a face of disgust from the corner of my eye. Ironically, the weight jokes had made me feel skinnier because when the comedian finally moved on, I felt about 20 pounds lighter. Him moving on was only the beginning of my problems that night. My girlfriend was a little too curt with me when I asked her if she wanted another drink. Anytime I would ask her anything actually or try to make a little side joke, she would just shut it down immediately. After the show was over, we headed back out to my car. She didn't say a word. I plugged in my address to the GPS, and I could tell she had been mulling this over. It almost felt rehearsed when she said, "Take me home." I didn't even question it. The car ride was the most awkward moment. It wasn't even that bad between us on the first date when we didn't know each other. When we got to her place, I parked out front. She just sat in the passenger seat silent for a few minutes. Finally, she said, "I don't think this is going to work." I was used to rejection. My whole life I had been rejected. What I was dealing with was nonsense conflict in a 3-year relationship. I was dumbfounded. It felt like my heart had just been hit by a bus. She stared at me waiting for a response. I couldn't give her one. She continued, "That's exactly why. You're like a big baby. I don't even think you're capable of fighting for anything." She was trying to get me to react, but I just couldn't. She whipped the car door open and got out. Before slamming the door in my face, she left me with one last tidbit. "How can I know you're going to defend me when you're too weak to defend yourself from fat jokes in front of a crowd of people laughing at you?" I just stared straight ahead. The tears were back. She scoffed and slammed the door before heading right inside hers. Now it felt like she had taken the bus and reversed back over my heart. I was crushed. I was praying that she was just a little more faded and emotional from the 2 drinks. However, in our follow-up phone conversation the next day, she told me she was serious. She said she needed some space and that we probably shouldn't talk for a while. I respected it. She had left her hoodie in my car, so I called her 2 days after that. The phone didn't even ring. That was the last time I've heard her voice since. When I texted her, my messages were green. Some dude named Steve was on the other end telling me I had the wrong number. It was over. All the work, time, energy, money, and most importantly, love had been thrown out the window because of a comedy show. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.